Hey, what's up? Stevie here. I recently posted a picture on social media of a new pedal board that I just built. It got a lot of likes. I asked you guys if you possibly wanted to hear a demo, and some of you did. So, what I'm going to do is demonstrate basically one bank of presets on the pedal board today. This particular bank I use for praise and worship gigs. And I know there's a lot of guys out there who are wondering specifically how the HX Stomp sounds going direct because these church gigs like to have a quiet stage. So I'm not going to talk about how each pedal works or each pedal by itself sounds. You can look that up on other videos. There's guys who are doing it way better than I can. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so what we have here is the pedal board. Just to give you a quick thing, we input from the top. I'm using my X-Vibe wireless just to make things easy right now. I really love this wireless, by the way. Super easy. I never have any interference on any stage I've ever been on. So basically we go in. The first thing we hit is the Kali Deluxe compressor. It's Kali 76. After that, we go into an always-on Klon KTR. I'm not crazy about always-on pedals, but basically what I'm using this for is kind of an EQ and a little bit of a makeup gain between guitars. So if I'm playing a single coil guitar, I might need a little more volume. If I'm playing humbuckers, I mean less volume. I may be playing a darker guitar, I may need to be a little bit brighter. So that's what I'm using the Klon for. The gain is all the way down. The only things I really ever touch is the output and the treble control. Once we go out of the Klon, we go straight into the HX Stomp. Now, I am running the light speed in the left effects loop of the Stomp, and I am running the 1981 drive in the right effects loop of the Stomp. This is so I can use MIDI to have whichever one of those I want on at a time. I'm using the Stomp for, I've got my, like I said, I've got my two drives in the loop on there. I have a POG sound on there. I have an AC30 amp model loaded up. And then I have two different delays I'm using within the Stomp. One is an auto swell delay, and the other one is the Cosmos Echo, which I think is a model of like a Roland, like an old school Roland Echo delay or whatever. After that, we go out into the Source Audio Venturous Reverb, and from there we go into the GFI system Cab Zeus. I am just running mono out of the Cab Zeus right now. So everything is actually stereo, but it's getting some to mono at the Cab Zeus. For those that are wondering, on the Cab Zeus, I have a closed back vintage 30 on the left, and I have an open back cream on the right. And like I said, they are being summed to mono. So, I pretty much keep the Kali on all the time. Sometimes I will reach up there and cut it off. The AUG switch that is below the 1981 drive, that's from American Loopers. Basically, it is a bank up and a bank down. Oh, went the wrong way there. There we go. And then the far right switch is a toggle up. So within this preset, or excuse me, within this bank, there's actually 12 presets. So right now I have 6 in front of me. If I toggle up, there are the next 6. I have not assigned those presets to anything yet. I may assign those to the individual things that I'm running in the Stomp. I haven't quite figured that part out or figured out what exactly I want to do with that. So let's go to just my clean sound. It's kind of a clean ambient sound. So what you're hearing is the Kali 76, the KTR, the AC30 amp model, and the HX Stomp, the Cosmos delay, and then a hall reverb on the Ventress going into the Cab Zeus. Now, I don't use a clean signal. I like it still a little bit dirty. And those who are wondering, I'm using a 2009 Gibson SG Classic with P90s, and I am running direct out of the Cabzus into an Apollo Twin Mark II with no post-processing whatsoever. So that was the clean tone. I have a dirty tone, which is next, and it's basically everything's the same. I just bring in the light speed. And this is what that sounds like. And like I said, for the dirty tone, it's exactly the same as the clean. As far as the wet effects, I'm just bringing in the light speed. After that, we have a crunch tone. This is for more just kind of heavy power chords, real driving, but I don't need it to be very ambient. So when I switch to the crunch, the delay that is on the Stomp, the feedback goes down, the mix goes down as well, and then on the Ventress we switch to a room reverb, and the light speed goes off, and the 1981 drive comes in. That sound is this right here. So that's definitely kind of a Marshall-esque type sound, maybe JCM 800 or, you know, Hot Rod Plexi sound, like I said, but it's just for more of a crunchy rhythm when I'm doing driving power chords and I don't want delay and reverb getting in the way. All right, so after that, we have my lead patch, which is up here at the top right, or excuse me, top left. Basically, my lead patch is the same wet effects from the clean and the dirty, but now I have the light speed and the 1981 drive on at the same time. That sounds like this. So also one thing that happens on that patch is the output level on the Stomp goes up, I believe 2.5 dB, maybe 3 dB, just to kind of push me out a little bit more in the front so that can be heard. What we have after that is the POG lead. It's the exact same as the regular lead, I just bring in the POG sound. It's just a tiny bit of the low octave and a little bit extra of the high octave. So like I said, exactly the same as the lead sound. As far as the wet effects, just bring it in the and the drives, and just bring it in the POG. The last preset I have in this bank is a swell. That's when we bring in that auto swell delay on the Stomp, and basically there are no drives on except for the KTR, which is on all the time, and then also the Cali 76 is on with this as well. The Ventress does switch to a shimmer reverb just to give it that kind of high octave sound. But anyway, it sounds like this. And I like using the auto swell, just that way that's one less thing I have to have as far as the volume pedal, because I don't really use the volume pedal all that much anyway. So yeah, that is my pedal board in short. This particular patch or bank, I always keep saying patch, excuse me, this bank, you'll see on the Stomp it says worship 1/4. So all that means is any songs that I'm dealing with where the subdivision is a quarter note, I pull up this patch. I have, or excuse me, this bank. I have two other banks. One is the same, it's basically the same thing, but except it's worship 8th note. Same presets, it's just a subdivision on all the delays as an 8th note. And then I also have another bank, which is worship dotted 8th note. Same thing, any song that's a dotted 8th in it, that's the subdivision. And I can use that. They're all exactly the same, it's just the subdivisions changed on those. So yeah, that's my pedal board. Hope you guys like it.